So, good morning and welcome to this press conference. I have the pleasure to welcome Commissioner Kubilius and Director General of the European Space Agency, Josef Aschbacher. Without any further ado, Commissioner, the floor is yours.
Well, good morning to everybody. It's really my pleasure to say a few words devoted to a very special conference, which always allows us, first of all, to look back what we managed to achieve during last year, and also to look into what we are preparing to achieve in forthcoming time. I will start maybe from some announcement which is related exactly with very recent developments, related with Iris Square. As I said during the plenary, that exactly last week we started very important GovSatcom operations related with Iris Square development. That means that all member states now can have access to sovereign satellite communication, military and government, secure and encrypted, and built in Europe and operated in Europe under European control. And this is the first step. Next one will be in 2027. We're ready to expand coverage and expand bandwidth and to cover the entire world. And the news is that we will buy this new capacity from commercial partners who will need to take extra security measures. And Iris Square will be operational as we are building it in parallel in 2029. So those are very clear plans. Now, looking into additionally what is coming very soon, what we shall do. Quite soon we shall announce communication on European Space Shield, which will cover our initiatives on defense of space and space for defense. And it will be something like a roadmap what we are going to develop in space during next years. Second, of course, this year will be very crucial on our MFF proposals. Negotiations on MFF will go on, and you know that we proposed 5 times increase as Commission, both for space and defense, and this is really very crucial. And space transformation and launching will be our key priority looking into the future. And we need launchers that we can reuse and that can respond quickly and can return cargo from space. And we shall continue work on Space Act, which is also very, very important. Besides that, of course, we shall spend a lot of our attention strengthening European cooperation, not to allow our space sector to become fragmented and overlapping and not effective as we would like to build. So that is where we shall need to cooperate very well and effectively with member states, which are also developing their own capabilities. So maybe I will stop here, and I'm ready to answer all the questions.
Director General, yes.
So thank you, and thank you, Andrius, also for these inspiring words. Let me add a couple of additions on the side of the European Space Agency. So European space stands at a pivotal moment. We face both significant challenges and unprecedented opportunities that will shape not only the well-being of our citizens, but the strength of our industry and the competitiveness of the European space economy. Europe has come a long way over the past few years and is moving in the right direction, but others are moving faster. In 2024, the US invested 6 times more in public space funding than all European actors combined. That includes ESA, the European Commission, EUMETSAT, and national space agencies. China spent 50% more compared to Europe, and as a result, Europe's global share declined by 50% in relative terms between 2019 and 2024. This should ring alarm bells, as I just said a minute ago at the keynote inside the room. Europe must catch up, and fast. I have just spoken more in detail about this in my opening speech, but there are 3 key ingredients that are necessary. Number 1, a quantum leap in innovation and technology. Number 2, debureaucratization. Number 3, long-term sufficient funding. A close and effective relationship between ESA and the European Union and its Commission is also mission critical. Our excellent cooperation is already delivering the world's leading programs in Earth observation and navigation, and Europe can be proud of the way that teams on both sides work together on all political and operational levels to maintain an international gold standard for these flagship programs. The next flagship will come in secure connectivity, as mentioned by Andrius, where ESA has reached contributions of more than 1 billion to support the EU-led IRIS² program. Commissioner Kubilius' presence at the ESA Ministerial Council at the end of last year was highly significant, not only as a powerful symbol of the Commission's commitment to ESA programs and evolution, but also as a practical contribution to the quality of the discussions and to the historic outcome of ESA's budget. This is particularly true with regard to ESA's new European Resilience from Space program, also referred to as ERS, addressing dual-use technology for defense and security. This program, which was oversubscribed by member states, is being developed as a precursor to the European Union's EOGS, or Earth Observation Governmental Service for a Secure Europe. ESA and the EU are stepping up and stepping forward collectively to strengthen the safety and security of our citizens. Overall, ESA member states agreed to a record level of funding for the coming years, enabling many new programs and projects. Of the committed 22.3 billion, about 9.4 billion are going towards the future activities with the European Commission, including long-established areas such as navigation, Earth observation and space safety, and new activities in technology development and space transportation. The next major funding milestone is the European Union's budgetary decisions. The proposed EU multi-annual financial framework gives a significant boost in space funding for the period 28 to 34, and ESA's ministerial set the tone by clearly highlighting the tangible value of space in addressing Europe's strategic and societal values. The EU's MFF will now define the scale-up of our ambition and the pace of our progress in the years ahead. ESA fully supports the proposal of 131 billion for security, space and defense window in the competitiveness fund. While the relationship between ESA and the Commission has come a long way, and really since Commissioner Kubilius has started his mandate just a little more than a year ago, there is still much potential to streamline and further work on together to make sure that our cooperation is going even deeper and even further. In closing, let me underline two things are undeniably true. First, space is more strategic than ever. And second, Europe's space architecture works best when institutions, member states and industry act together in alignment and with purpose. And with this, I'd like to close here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We can take 2 or 3 questions. In the interest of time, please keep them short and catchy. Let's start here with Theophan, here in front row. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Theophan Hartmann from Euractiv. I have a question regarding GovSatcom and IRIS², because you say that there will be an extension of coverage and with partners in 2027. So my question is GovSatcom fully capable of delivering right now, or are we going to wait until 2027? Which partners will be included, these commercial partners? Are they going to be only Europeans or also US? And will IRIS² be fully operational by 2030? Thank you.
Well, first of all, GovSatcom, as you know, this is pooling of existing national public resources, which have different countries. And as I understand, now we have 8 satellites from 5 countries which are exactly delivering this service. Maybe it will expand, but this is it will appear later on. Now, what I said, from 27, we are ready also to include commercial services in this field. And that will come through, transparent procedures. Let's say so. We are also we are building our autonomous capabilities, and that will be implemented during this, those processes. Independent capabilities, European ones. And in 2029, we, according to our plans, we're ready because in parallel we shall develop our Iris Square European constellation. So in 2029, we are planning that it will become operational.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Yes, please, next to you.
Mathieu Forou, La Lettre. Mr. Commissioner, you mentioned a virtual European Space Command. Can you tell us a little more about this? Will that be based on national capabilities? And will that duplicate national capabilities, or what's your projection here?
Well, as I said, what kind of challenge we see? National authorities are developing their space commands in order to govern their space for defense capabilities. So this is what we know from, and we shall have meeting exactly during this conference. On European level, we have a challenge. How we can use European assets existing for military purposes? Who is going to to manage that structure? So that is why we are proposing this virtual capability, which means that we shall allow really member states to use those capabilities, and the system will be developed in the nearest future. We shall see how it will be operational.
Thank you very much. And then we go to the back. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Does this work? Sorry. Okay, this one work? Yeah, this one works. Commissioner, hello. Peter de Selding, Space Intel Report. 2 questions about the speech you gave just a minute ago inside. One, you mentioned EOGS, the Commission's surveillance constellation. ESA is starting that with some work that they've agreed to do. But before they can start work, they need high-level requirements because you're the customer, and the customer hasn't delivered high-level requirements to ESA yet to start work. What's the status of that? Second question. I want to make sure I've correctly understood what you think about these various national space defense initiatives that are popping up here, there, and everywhere, not just Germany. Are you saying it's bad news, but at least let's make them interoperable, or it's good news, and in addition to that, they'll be interoperable?
Well, maybe I will start from second question. That investments are coming into space, also from national budgets, from defense budgets, like it is done by Germany, is of course good. More money into space is really, we can just congratulate. The issue is how we can make most cost-effective development of space assets, not to have, overlapping or not used assets which are developed on national level. And in order for that, we need really to have very clear agenda how we are building, also on a national level, assets which can be very much interoperable. In order to have a synergy in between of different national assets, and to have really to use them on a most effective way, giving the possibility of services, interoperable services, to all the member states, to all the citizens of Europe. So this is our it's not a bad news, it's a challenge. So which we want to turn into best possibilities for Europeans and best possibilities for our taxpayers' money to be spent on whatever level, European or national level, in the most effective way. So this is our task. The first part of the question was on... so we are finalizing, as I understand, this exercise of user requirements for EGC, and that will be a good basis for us to move forward. So it will come, as I understand, in calendar it will come very soon.
Thank you very much. This closes this.
Okay, fermé.